Hello guys, welcome back. In this video, let us learn one more very important topic, that is a real-time implementation of securing our EC2 servers. So by using what service we are securing, sir? We are using all these services in order to secure our EC2 instance from based on certain metrics. Let's say if my client or someone sends greater than 20 HTTP 401 error requests within 30 seconds, that is within just 30 seconds, if my server receives greater than 20 HTTP 401 error type requests, then in order to save or secure my server from responding to those requests, what I need to stop providing response from the server, right? Yeah. So how we can able to achieve that? We can able to achieve that by changing IAM role of our server and changing this security group. If I change the IAM role of the server, can this server able to interact with background database and provide the response? No. If this EC2 instance does not have any IAM role where it has permissions to backend to provide the response, if this EC2 instance does not have such a type of IAM role in order to interact with other services, then obviously this server can't provide the response properly, right? Yeah. In that way, we can able to stop the response. And one more thing, we can change the security group. So security group acts as a firewall, right? To this server, the security group even acts as a firewall. We even change that security group in order to stop all the responses. So those two we're gonna do automatically, not manually. So whenever in any second, at every 30 seconds, we're gonna monitor our server automatically. And if our server receives greater than 20 HTTP 401 errors, we're gonna block or we're gonna do these two things, that is change the IAM role associated with the server so that the server cannot able to further access the backend database or anything. It does not have permissions to provide the response. And the second one is we are changing the security group so that any response coming into this server or going out of from this server is restricted. So those two things we are doing in order to secure our server and our real-time application data. So for this, what we are going to do? First, in order to check this, we need to monitor the requests and responses coming to the server, right? Yeah. We need to check whatever the requests that are coming to the server and the responses that are moving out of the server. So in order to check that, we have an option, that is in order to monitor the changes in our server, we have one more service, that is a CloudWatch service is there in AWS. By using that, we can able to monitor this server. So for that, in order to analyze the traffic coming into this server and going out of the server, we need to install a CloudWatch agent into this server. Don't worry, I'll show you in this lab demo how to install your CloudWatch agent into your server. So then after, so whenever you install your CloudWatch agent, first initially that agent was not active or it is not in running state. You need to ensure that to be enabled or running. So let's say I installed my CloudWatch agent into my server and I enabled that so that the metrics or the logs will be moved into this CloudWatch service log groups. So there actually inside my CloudWatch log groups, all the logs are stored, right? Yeah. So now what I want to monitor a matrix, right? Yeah. So what matrix? If HTTP type requests that are greater than 20 within 30 seconds or not. So only that matrix I want to monitor. That is HTTP type matrix I want to monitor where there are 401 errors. So in order to monitor those matrices, we need to create a matrix. So that also we're gonna see how to record the changes by creating a matrix. So that also we're gonna see in this lab. So then after we created the matrix, so whenever the limit or threshold is reached, that is this condition is reached, HTTP type 401 error requests are greater than 20 within 30 seconds are reached, this limit is reached, then in order to notify us by using emails or take appropriate actions on servers by using any Lambda function code, we need some alarms, right? Yeah. So that we're gonna use CloudWatch alarm. So in order to generate alarms, we're gonna use this CloudWatch alarm. Then after, first we're gonna publish that message into our SNS topic. Sir, why we not do that? Why we can't able to do directly moving that message to this Lambda, triggering this Lambda, and doing this task and providing the email separately. So if we do that, then it might take several steps. But if we create an SNS topic, then it acts as a event-driven architecture. So since whenever alarm is generated, we publish that message into our SNS topic. Whoever the subscribers, that is you or me, subscribe to that SNS topic, will receive that particular messages or top messages that are published to that topic. So whenever threshold is reached based on the matrix, this alarm will generate a message that will be stored or published into this topic, SNS topic. Then that will be received by us as a subscriber. We will receive that message. Then we also provide an Lambda triggering. So don't worry, I'll show you all these things in lab. And we're gonna monitor whether this Lambda can able to change the IAM roles of my server and security group of my server or not. So in this lab, what we're gonna learn? We're gonna use CloudWatch matrix to rescue or to save my EC2 instance or server. So do we doing it manually or automatically this whole process going? This whole process going automatically, but I will show you in this lab how to set up this environment. So for this, what we are using? Lambda we are using for changing IAM role and security group of our server, and SNS in order to publish the message to SNS topic as well as notify us through email, we use SNS topic. In order to generate alarm, we use CloudWatch alarms and CloudWatch matrix to store that CloudWatch related matrices, and we use CloudWatch log groups to store actual logs. So in order to get the logs from our server, first we need to install what we need to install. We need to install CloudWatch related agent into our EC2 instance. Now you can observe I log in into my AWS management console. So first I want to show you which server do I want to protect. Under EC2 I have instances option. I'm opening that in one more new tab. So there you can able to see whatever the running instances do I have. You can observe here this is one of the instance, that is app server. So that is actually running right now. If you see the security, a IAM role is attached for this as well as application security group is also attached for this, right? Yeah. So this role is providing the permissions in order to perform appropriate actions by the server in order to get the data or provide the response. Whereas this security group is actually allowing the traffic. You can see inbound traffic that is allowed through this port via TCP protocol from every source, right? Yeah. So, and outbound traffic, all outbound traffic is allowed by default. You can see, yeah. So now, first, what first I want to monitor my server and store the logs inside my CloudWatch logs. So by using what I can able to monitor and get that logs data into this. You need to install CloudWatch related agent into your server. Then by using that server, you can able to get those logs into your CloudWatch. So first let us see that right now. So for that, I'm open. Now let's see how to install our CloudWatch agent into our server. So for that, I'm opening my systems manager. You can see I'm opening this. So in the systems manager, you have an option that is fleet. You can see under node management, you have fleet manager. Now I am opening this. So by using this only, I am going to install all the required software into my server. You can see I'm just selecting the available node. Now I want to click on node actions. In this I have tools where I have execute run command. Now I'm just clicking on it. Here we need to provide the appropriate configurations. You can see first we need to provide the command document that we want to run. So currently I want to configure my AWS packages into my server. So that's why I selected this. Then I also need to provide a description that's an optional and document version. Currently I'm moving on with the default one. And coming to actions, we have installation action is there and uninstall action is also there. Since I want to install, I'm moving on with the install action and installation type as install or uninstall. It's not update type, so that's why I'm not selecting it. Currently, it's a uninstall or reinstall type. So that's why I selected that, and installation type, I'm not changing here as well. Now here you need to provide some package that you want to install or uninstall. So this is the package. Amazon CloudWatch agent, that package I want to install. So at where I want to install, that also you need to tell in further. That is here. Under the target selection, you need to specify at where you want to install. Under this server, so that's why I selected this. Now, if you observe, currently I'm not providing any version and augments for this. But what I'm installing this Amazon CloudWatch agent to which target? To this app server target. Yeah, that's it. I'm opening the rate control. Currently, I want to move on with the default options. And I don't want to write command outputs to any S3 buckets or CloudWatch logs. So that's why I just deselected these two. Yeah, that's it. I'm just clicking on run. So whenever I click on run, then what happens, sir? Immediately, this software or this document commands will run and it will install this package into this target instance. Now I'm just clicking on run. Now you can see command ID, that is this, was successfully sent. So currently it is in progress. So let's wait a moment so that it will be succeeded. Now you can observe our status was successful, right? Yeah. So from this, we can able to say that it was successfully installed, or else you can even able to select this and you can even able to view the outputs. Now I'm just clicking on it to view what output I get. You can see the first output, that is a create download folder. So whatever the folder that we require, that was created. And the second command, that is installation of this package. What package? Amazon CloudWatch agent package installation. You can see that was successfully installed this CloudWatch agent, right? Yeah. So from this we can able to say whatever the required package that was installed successfully into my server. Now I want to connect it to my server, right? Yeah. So for that I want sessions manager in order to connect to my server. So here is the sessions manager. By default, the sessions manager login time will be less. If you require, then you can even able to update and modify or increase the sessions preferences. Now I don't want to modify this because it's already 20 minutes. Now I want to create one session and start the session. So I'm just clicking on start session. So here it's ask you what is the reason. So in order to connect, right? So that's why connection one, like that I provided the reason. And I'm selecting that target and I'm just clicking on start session. So if you just click on start session, your session will be immediately started. Now you can see our session will be creating with the selected server, that is server one, right? Yeah, that is app server. So to that server the session is created. Now I want to know in which directory I was. Currently I'm in this user bin. I want to move to home directory. So that's why I'm moving to home directory and I want to see the present working directory. You can see currently I'm in this location, right? Yeah. So now what I want. So first I want to check whether my agent is installed successfully or not, right? Yeah. So in order to check the status, you have one command. Before that, I want to show you. So whatever the data present in this location, you can see these are the files or folders that are present in this location. Now, okay. So these are related to my server or app server. Now what I'm expecting, I want to check the status, right? Yeah. So in order to check the status, you have this command sudo under this folder, under AWS, under Amazon CloudWatch agent, under bin, you have Amazon CloudWatch agent CTL. So I'm using the EC2 instance related status of this CloudWatch agent, whether it is running or not. You can see the response, that is status is what? It is a stopped. And what is the start time? So since it is not started, so that's why it is like this. And it is not configured and version is this. So before starting our CloudWatch agent, we need to configure our CloudWatch agent at first. Now let's configure our CloudWatch agent right now. So for that we have this command, that is sudo, the same command till here, but here it will be changed. That is config wizard. That's what we written. That's it. Sudo under options, under that is super user do, that is under options. Whatever the AWS we have inside that folder, we have this Amazon CloudWatch agent folder. Inside that we have bin folder. We have further this, that is Amazon CloudWatch agent config wizard. Now I'm just clicking on enter in order to configure my wizard. So now you can see That is, it is asking me the configurations. So first I want to tell on which operating system you are planning to use this agent. So currently it's a Linux. So that's why I'm providing one as my option and clicking on enter. Now you need to select the appropriate options for all the other details also. That is the, so for this is for IMDS retry client will retry one times. Are you using EC2 or on-premise host? Currently, I'm using EC2 related host, so that's why I'm selecting one here. Just clicking on enter. Now, who is your, which user are you planning to run your agent? For this also, CloudWatch agent is the user that I'm planning to use to run. So that's why I select provided one and clicked enter. Do you want to turn on this status D daemon? Currently no, so that's why I'm providing two and just clicking on next. Enter. Now, do you want to monitor from collection D? So currently not, so that's why I'm entering a no and clicking on enter. Do you want to monitor host metrics like CPU, memory, etc.? No, currently I don't want, so that's why I'm providing it two and just clicking on enter. Do you have any existing CloudWatch log agent? So currently I do not have any existing CloudWatch agent that is working. So that's why I'm providing two. And I'm just clicking on enter. Yeah. So do you want to monitor any log files? Yes. So this is our main purpose, right? We need to send our log files to CloudWatch. Then there we actually monitor those logs, right? Yeah. So that's why I'm providing S by specifying one as the option and clicking on enter. We need to first specify the path where our log files are there. So if you observe, you can see this log record. In this log record where my actual files are present. So this log record where it is inside a home SSM user, this record logs file is there. Now I'm providing that address, that is / inside home, inside SSM user folder. So what is the log files related file name? Record.log. Record.log. So I provided the exact file location here. Now I'm just clicking on enter. You can see that log group name, that log group file path was taken. Now log group name, I'm moving on with the default name, that is a record.log. Just clicking on enter. Then class, for class also I'm moving on with the default one, that is the first one, that is a standard class. Just clicking on enter. So now here you need to tell the log stream name. So for this also instance ID, that is enough for me, that is the default one. Just clicking on enter. Now you need to tell log group retention days. That is how many days you want to store your logs inside your log group. So currently for this lab, I'm moving on with the 7. That is 7 days I want to store. So which option it is? It is the fifth option. So that's why I'm providing 5 as the answer. Clicking on enter. Okay. Do you want to specify any additional logs to monitor? Currently I don't want. So that's why I'm providing it 2. And do you want a CloudWatch agent to retrieve X-ray traces? Currently not. So I provided 2 as option and clicking on enter. Okay, you can see this is the current configuration that we provided, right? Yeah. Now, do you want to store the configuration in SSM parameter store? Do you want to store, then provide one as the option, otherwise two as the option. Currently, I want to store the configuration in SSM parameter store. So that's why I'm providing one as the option and clicking on enter. Now, which parameter store do you want to use to store your configuration? I'm moving on with the default and try to fetch a default region. Yeah, currently I'm moving on with the default region itself. And yeah, so for this, that is AWS credentials to send to the parameter group. So currently I'm using this. So that is the first option. One is already taken as a choice. Even you can provide one and click enter so that the first choice will be taken. Now you can observe successfully put configure to parameter store. Amazon CloudWatch Linux was successful. That is our configurations related to CloudWatch logs are successfully taken and program will be exist now. Our log configurations file is now available. You can see that configurations file is stored here in this location. Now I'm using that file location in order to run our logging CloudWatch. I want to start running my CloudWatch agent that I have installed by using this configurations. So for that, I'm writing the command. You can observe here. Yeah. So I have written this. That is sudo options AWS Amazon CloudWatch agent bin Amazon CloudWatch agent CTL a fetch configurations of this EC2 from this file. You can see this configurations file location I provided and just click it on enter. You can see our process got started. Yeah. So like this, our process got started. Now our agent is successfully running. Now we can move back to our CloudWatch logs. There we can able to monitor whatever the logs that we are getting from here. So for that, I'm opening my CloudWatch service to see the logs that we get from there. Here you can observe log groups option is there. Now I'm opening it. There you can able to see or you can able to monitor whatever the records that we get till now. Here we have two. So among them, this record.log is the log group that we just created during this configuration. And if you observe, you can see our log stream is this that we have. And these are the records that we get, right? Yeah. So these are the records that we get till now. We can even just click on it to monitor in detail what happens in each and every request and response. From this, we can say that each and every log will be saved here. Now, I want to monitor that. That is whether my CloudWatch agent is getting the logs and whether my CloudWatch agent is moving the logs into my CloudWatch filter or not, CloudWatch log groups or not. So in order to do that, so what I am going to do is I have created one Lambda function that is a lab function that is a traffic generator where it will generate some traffic to that server. Here I'm providing the public IP address of my EC2 instance that is app server related public IP address here. Then by using that URL, I am posting a request. I'm posting a request. You can see that URL I'm providing HTTP request, but you can see I'm providing the port number as 8443. This port number is obviously incorrect. The actual port number is 443 for HTTP request. Since I'm providing 8443, obviously this request will be an error, that is 401 error, it comes under. So now, so whenever I run this, I test this Lambda function, then what happens? It will send exactly 40 times, 40 times this URL request to my public IP address. What is that? To this app server related public IP address. So that IP address I'm getting from this and sending the response back as that IP address. Now I'm just clicking on test in order to send 40 requests. So for that, it's an event one. So that's why I provided E1 as a name and just click on save. And I'm running this test. You can observe it will send exactly 40 requests. You can see. Yeah, you can see the response, that is a 401 error. Now you can observe that. You can observe that from now let's move back to our log group, that is CloudWatch related log groups, and let's reload this page to see whether do I got those error related logs or not. I'm reloading this. Now you can observe new logs. Now I'm searching for only error related logs, that is 401 error related logs. So that's why I provided 401 and I just clicked on enter. Now you can observe, so whatever the logs that are comes with errors, those all are recorded. You can see those all are available here, right? Yeah. So these many logs were there. Now I want to create a matrix for these type of logs, that is 401 type of error logs. So that's why I'm clicking on create matrix filter. Now here you need to provide the matrix filter name. In order to store that matrix with a specific name, you need to provide some name for it. Since these requests are unauthorized requests, I'm expecting to provide the name like unauthorized 401 as the name for this matrix. Now for this metric namespace, I want to provide lab applications as the namespace. So that's why I provided like this. Then here we need to provide some matrix name. So for that, I want to choose with this EC2 instance related ID. And I'm providing that here for this matrix name. Then coming to matrix value, I'm providing 1 as the value. And I'm taking the unit as count. So for this moment of time, I'm taking the unit as count. I'm creating this matrix. So whenever such a type of request or such type of log will be recorded, obviously that will be stored as a count like 1. Then after, what I want to do, so first, so whenever such a count, if you move back to your architecture, whenever such count, we have created this matrix, then we need to create an alarm. What this alarm will do? It need to check the threshold related to matrix, right? Yeah. So based on that, it will generate or it will take actions by using this SNS topic. That is, it needs to publish the data into my SNS topic, and this alarm also need to trigger this Lambda function. So for that, let's create or let's generate an alarm for this CloudWatch. Now I'm opening CloudWatch and I'm opening in alarms in the alarms. Then I'm clicking on create alarm here. Now I'm clicking on create alarm here. Then I'm selecting the matrix. This is the custom matrix that I have provided, right? Yeah. So that you can able to wait and see so that it will be visible there. So let's wait for a moment so that that matrix also visible here. Let's wait for a moment. I think we need to configure that matrix again so that it will be configured correctly. So it might happen sometimes. If you move back to all matrices under custom matrix, you need to see the matrix that you created. Currently, it is not visible. So that's why I'm creating that matrix one more time. Maybe due to some mistakes, or if you don't save that matrix, then also your matrix won't be created. So let's try to create it one more time. Now I'm opening this log record.log group, and now I'm opening so what are the instance related logs I have. I just want 401 related logs, so that's why I'm providing 401 error related logs and just clicking on enter. You can see only such type of logs will be here. Now I'm clicking on create matrix. Here I'm providing the filter name and matrix namespace. Like filter name is a custom filter one, and matrix name I'm providing a like matrix. So this is a matrix related to traffic, right? So error traffic matrix, right? So that's why I provided the name like this. And here you need to provide the matrix name. For this, I am providing my EC2 instance name. That is this app server name, ID, instance ID. And you need to provide the matrix value here. So for that, I'm providing the value as 1, and I'm choosing the unit as a count here. POU. I'm choosing count as a matrix and just clicking on create so that this will get create right now. Now you can see matrix filter, custom filter one has been created successfully. Whenever you see this, then you can able to assume that your filter got successfully created. So now let's move back to in alarms to create one alarm for this matrix. I'm just clicking on create alarm and I'm clicking on select a matrix. So there it needs to be visible. So let's wait a moment. Still, the namespace that we created is not visible right now here, right? Yeah. So now let's do one more thing. That is, since we just created the matrix, in order to store some data into that matrix, so let's run our Lambda function one more time so that we may get some more error responses, and those will get stored into our custom matrix. So after storing those data, I think that matrix will be visible. Now you can see we got some more error messages. Now let's move back to our all matrices and let's see, do we have that custom matrix? So it's loading. Yeah, that's the reason. Now you can observe here the two matrices are visible, right? Yeah, so these are the two matrices that we just created for us for this lab. Now I'm moving back to alarms. The reason is why our matrices are not visible, because after creating our matrix, we haven't generated our data. So that's why those matrices are not visible. So since we run our Lambda function one more again, just now, that will create the data and that matrices are visible right now. Now I want to create an alarm for those matrices. So that's why I'm clicking on create alarm. And now I'm selecting the matrix. So which matrix we want to select? Custom matrix, that too. So whatever the matrix that we just created, that I want to select. That is this lab applications matrix. So that's why I'm selecting this. And inside this also, so what we need to select? we need to select matrix with no dimensions, and here we need to select to which instance we want to do that. So that you need to select. I just selected it. So here you will get the enabled option. You can see select the matrix. I'm just clicking on it so that this matrix will be selected. Now let's move back to our architecture. You can see what I want to monitor for every 30 seconds. For every 30 seconds, I want to monitor this HTTP 401 errors count is greater than 20 or not, right? Yeah. So for what interval I want to check? For every 30 seconds. That you need to provide here. So what is the period? For every 30 seconds. I have selected this. And here each and every unit indicates what? Each and every unit indicates a HTTP 401 error type request, right? Yeah. So that need to be what I need to check, like that the count of HTTP 401 error units are greater than 20 or not. So that I want to check. So for that, I'm just moving it up to, you can see here I'm providing the condition. That is whatever the data that I'm getting for every 30 seconds. If that is greater than how much? 20. Then what I'm going to do, I'm going to take appropriate actions like that is I can treat this missing data as a good. No breach is there. Yeah. So I'm just clicking on next. Here, here, I want to provide the notifications. So in order to provide notifications, you have, so first it will reach to in alarm state. Then you have three options. That is, you can, by using SNS topic, can able to provide the notifications. For that, you can able to use already available SNS topic, or you can create one more new SNS topic. So currently I want to create new SNS topic for this. So that's why I clicked on create new SNS topic. Now I need to provide the name for my SNS topic here. Now I'm providing some topic name for this. So that is this. Since this is a unauthorized expectation notification, so that's why I provided the name like this. And here you need to provide the emails by using what you want to subscribe this. So for this, I've created some temporary email and just copied this. And now I pasted that here. Yeah, I'm just clicking on create topic. So whenever I create this topic, this email also subscribe to this topic. So whenever this email subscribe to this topic, then obviously I'll get, you can see I'll get this notification. I'm opening it in one more new tab to, yeah, in order to allow the subscription. You can see I'm confirming the subscription so that this email can now allow the, this email can now subscribe to that SNS topic. So whenever if we publish any data to that SNS topic, then that data will be received by this email and we got that message to this inbox since we subscribed to that SNS topic. Now I'm just moving back to the configurations. Then, so whenever this notification, or you can say this alarm is triggered. So let's move back to our architecture. Whenever this alarm is triggered and we push the message to our topic, what happens? First, we need to send the message to our email. Then we also need to trigger one more Lambda function, right? Yeah. So that also you can directly able to provide from here while creating your alarm itself. That is under Lambda actions, you can add Lambda action. And whenever it is in alarm state, then you can able to trigger to any one of the Lambda. That is a Lambda function isolator. In this Lambda function isolator, I have written some code in order to stop or in order to change the IAM role as well as security group of my EC2 instance. So that's why I selected this. Then I'm clicking on next. Then here you can provide some alarm name. and description here. So currently I'm providing that description, that is the whatever the thing that we discussed as a description here. Now I'm just clicking on next. Now you can see our metrics got visible here. Then after whatever the condition that we provided, that is visible here. Then after configured actions, that is our alarm. So whenever our alarm is started or whenever our alarm is in alarm state, a notification is sent to this SNS topic. From there, we'll get the email. Then this Lambda function also triggered and that respective actions also be taken. So that's it. I'm just clicking on create alarm so that this alarm will be created right now. You can see this alarm is just now created. Now any state you can select so that you can see currently it has insufficient data. So before again running this Lambda function, that is before again generating 401 error type request to my app server in order to test whether my alarm is working and my IAM role is changed as well as my IAM, my server related security group is changed or not. First, I want to show you the Lambda isolation. Now you can see this is the Lambda function isolator that I have previously provided to my alarm. That is a SNS topic. Now you can move it up so that you can even see the specific code related to that. You can even attach this alarm or you can even attach this Lambda function to your SNS topic that you previously created. So for that, just click on add trigger and here you can provide source as SNS topic and provide the SNS topic related ARN here so that whenever a message is published into that topic, then obviously that gonna trigger this Lambda function, corresponding Lambda function. You can see this is the SNS topic that I previously provided. Now I'm just adding it. Yeah. So now that SNS topic is also added here. Now you can see the code. So what this code is going to do, this code is going to replace or you can say it will remove the existing role. You can see remove role of this instance ID, remove role of this instance ID. So whenever that got run, that will came to here and so this filter will identify that and that will be removed here. That is by using this disassociate IAM instance profile, that associated ID will be disassociated. Then after what we are doing, we also replacing the security group, right? Yeah. You can see here, you can see attach isolated security group and yeah. So attach isolated security group. So whenever this function is worked, then our request will be moved to here, attach isolated security group. So there you can see we are modifying the instance related attribute, that is a group, security group to this, right? Yeah. So like that, our for that particular instance, our security group is also modified. Now let us check whether this is working or not. In this, we have implemented everything. That is, we first configured a CloudWatch agent in this server that is successfully monitoring the server related logs and storing them inside this CloudWatch. Now we created the metrics and we created an alarm, and through that alarm, the topic will be saved in this SNS topic whenever the limit is reached. Then through this SNS topic, that message will be received by this Lambda as well as this email as well. Through this email, we're gonna re-verify and review that data, and this Lambda function will do these appropriate actions to this server automatically, so that our server will be protected from clients or any other users. Now I'm moving back to alarm. This is the alarm that we previously created. Here we can even remove the actions as well. You can see we have two actions, that is one is this and one is this. Under actions tab, you have edit option to remove them as well. Now I'm moving back to actions to remove the Lambda function that I've provided. I'm just removing this since I provided my Lambda function to SNS topic there. And I'm saving this as it is. Now, actually, I want to generate those 40 error requests. So twice I want to generate those 40 error requests. Currently, you can see this is in OK state, right? Yeah. So this alarm is in OK state. You can see the history as well of this alarm. Currently, it is in OK state. Now I want to run that Lambda function in order to generate some content. You can see this is the traffic generator. In real time, clients are our traffic generators. For now, in order to generate some traffic, we are using this Lambda function. Now I'm just clicking on test. So if you just click on test, so that here you can see obviously 40 responses will be generated. So based on our metrics, we need to get only, yeah, so 20 is allowed. So now just reload this, or else you can open your email, so that you just refresh there you can able to see if you get any notification. That means obviously your alarm is ranked, and you will be get notified through that notification. So I think it might take a few seconds. So let's run our Lambda function again one more time. Yeah, now let's reload our SNS subscribed email, so that so whenever that alarm will be ranked, here we'll get that notification, and that respective instance related, this is the instance, right? Yeah. So that related attached IAM role as well as security group will be modified. Previously, I have some IAM role attached to it. And yeah, you can see IAM role as well as security group. Now let's reload this. Still the alarm is in OK state. I think we did somewhere some mistake. You can see the statistics, we are taking the average of count. But what we want, we need to get the sum of all the traffic requests, right? Yeah. So that's, I think we did the mistake. Now I'm just modifying it to sum. Yeah, that's it. Now I'm just clicking on next. Yeah, I'm just clicking on next and saving this. Updating this alarm right now. So now let's move back to our Lambda function, and let's retry to generate two more times. That is, let's retry to generate some traffic, and let's monitor whether this alarm can able to monitor that a change related to traffic and whether this can able to trigger. You can see, yeah. Now I want to open, yeah, I'm I'm in this traffic generator Lambda function and testing this so that it will generate me the traffic. That is a 40401 errors it generated. Now let's move back to our alarm and let's reload it. It might take a few seconds to minutes in order to observe that. You can see, so this is a moved up, that is a 40 here you can see. Now obviously here you can observe a red mark is also there. Now I'm just moving back to my emails. Here you can see our alarm related email notification is also we got to the subscribed email. That is this. That is the description is this whatever we provided. Now we can even monitor our EC2 instance related role as well as security group. Before reloading, these are the two. Role is a lab provision role and security group is application security group. Now I'm just reloading this. Now let us observe our security related details, that is IAM role attached and security group. If you see, IAM role is not there right now and security group is there. So from this, what we can able to say, we have automatically changed the thing. That is, we implemented this architecture. We secured our server from unnecessary traffic, or we isolated our EC2 instance from monitoring it automatically by using a CloudWatch service, SNS service, and Lambda function. Through that, we automatically rescued our EC2 instance or saved our EC2 instances based on specific thresholds. So first we monitored our traffic coming to our EC2 instance, and so in order to do that, what we did, we installed CloudWatch related agent into the server and we stored all the logs into where? Into this CloudWatch related log groups. Then we monitored those all through metrics of our CloudWatch and we created a matrix. Then, so whenever if matrix reached to more than this limit, within this certain interval of time, we generated an alarm and through that alarm, we published that message to SNS topic. And through that SNS topic, we generated some email and we seen that email as well. And we even triggered one more Lambda function, that is this lab isolator Lambda function, and we implemented the code here in order to remove the role as well as isolate the security group. So those two we have observed here under our instance. So in that way, we have removed the IAM role and secured our server by securing the security group. So in this way, in real time, you can able to secure your servers from unnecessary fraud requests and automatically save your servers. I hope this video is useful to you and this hands-on will be helpful to you in real time to secure your servers by implementing a high redundant architecture. So thanks for watching again. See you back in the next video with another interesting topic. I hope this video is useful. If you feel this video is useful, then please like, share, subscribe and hit the bell icon to get the latest updates. Thanks for watching again. See you back in the next video with another interesting topic. Until then, bye bye guys.